High in the hilly mountains lives one of nature's most amazing animals, the markhor. Known for its majestic twisted horns and incredible climbing skills, the markhor truly shows the magic of wildlife in the hills. Now watch the video to discover the magic of the markhor. Thousands of feet above the ground, at an altitude where the very air seems to hold its breath and where a single wrong step means certain, immediate death, on these formidable, towering cliffs, in a place so remote that human imagination can barely conceive of it, there resides a masterpiece of nature that utterly defies every principle of gravity. People call him the snake eater, the ghost of the mountains, and the living pride of Pakistan. Why, out of all creatures, was this magnificent animal chosen as the national emblem of Pakistan? Does it truly consume snakes? And how does it manage to maintain its undisputed dominance in nature's most challenging battlefield? Today, Poor Saar Dunia will embark with you on an extraordinary journey to these majestic snow-capped peaks where we will uncover the untold story of the markhor, a tale you have certainly never heard before. In northern Pakistan, its majestic, sky-piercing peaks, where frigid biting winds relentlessly shriek and howl and a vast pristine white blanket of snow has completely covered absolutely everything, there, the very concept of life itself appears to be incredibly difficult to imagine. These are the arduous, challenging paths where even a human step can easily falter and lose its footing, yet nature has sculpted a majestic king, a creature that truly reigns supreme over these formidable rocky walls, the resonant call echoing through these tranquil valleys and the swift shadow that darts across the rugged cliffs belong to Pakistan's magnificent national animal, the markhor. The word markhor, derived from Persian, literally meaning snake-eater, perfectly encapsulates both the nature and the legendary tales surrounding this enigmatic creature. Its robust, intricately twisted horns, spiraling like a corkscrew and majestically adorning its head like an ancient crown, contribute immeasurably to its imposing grandeur and regal splendor. These horns are not just for show or mere display, but in these desolate mountains, they stand as the most significant symbol of its survival, power, and dominance. This grand masterpiece of nature seems to challenge even the very principles of gravity. At thousands of feet high, traversing and leaping across sheer, vertical cliffs is an ordinary feat for it. Its strong, rubber-like hooves are specifically designed to maintain an incredibly firm grip on slippery snow and jagged rocks, a feat that would be utterly impossible for any other animal. Asinatura, this pride of Pakistan, stretches from the snowy regions of Gilgit-Baltistan to Balochistan's Sulaiman Mountains. The markhor has proven for centuries that no matter how harsh the conditions may become, the art of survival is not found solely in physical strength, but rather in the profound courage and unwavering resilience that enables it to withstand and overcome every difficult season. The male markhor's body and his imposing presence are distinctly different from the female. While an adult male's horns can grow up to 65 inches, the female's horns are typically much smaller and more delicate. The long flowing fringe of hair and beard hanging from the male's neck and chest give it the distinguished appearance of a wise, ancient elder. This physical grandeur is not merely a display of beauty, but also a significant measure of status and power within their tribe. On the land of Pakistan, three important and distinct types of markhor are found: the Astor markhor, the Kashmir markhor, and Balochistan's Sulaiman markhor. The structure of all types of horns, whether straight like a screw or widely spread, has adapted perfectly to their specific regional climate and geographical conditions. This remarkable diversity stands as a powerful testament of nature's intricate craftsmanship, which seamlessly integrates these animals into their unique environments. Furthermore, their social lives are also governed by a fascinating set of principles. Generally, powerful male markhor tend to be solitary creatures, preferring to dwell alone on the highest mountain peaks in order to conserve their vital energy. On the other hand, females and their offspring form small, cohesive herds and reside together. This communal living provides them with crucial assistance in evading perilous predators such as snow leopards and wolves, thereby ensuring their collective safety. In search of food, these animals emerge at dawn or as the sun sets. In winter, when high peaks are covered by thick layers of snow, they descend to lower valleys to satisfy their hunger. This journey is not easy because in these lower regions, they encounter human settlements and new dangers. But the intense urge of hunger It compels them to overcome every fear. With the arrival of winter, a serious tension develops in the atmosphere. This is the precise moment when the rutting season commences and the biting icy winds are at their absolute peak. The powerful and reclusive male Markhor, who have spent the entire year in solitary existence high in the mountains, now descend into the lower valleys. They come to fiercely contend for their right to dominance and the crucial right to propagate their species. When two powerful horned males confront each other, the silent mountains resound with the thunderous clash of their massive, heavy horns. This clash is not merely a display of physical might, but a fierce contest for supremacy and rank. This intense struggle, unfolding on these rugged rocky cliffs, fills any observer with profound awe. For the male who, through sheer power and unwavering spirit, manages to drive his rival back, would emerge as the tribe's new chieftain and the undisputed focus of the female's attention. After the most severe and harshest winter nights have passed, when the snow begins to melt away from the peaks and fresh greenery starts to sprout in the valleys, a new and delicate period of life then begins. Female Markhor typically give birth to 1 or 2 young in their dens or caves. These tiny creatures, right from birth, are immediately subjected to nature's harsh trials, where their very first and most crucial lesson is to learn to stand firmly on their own feet and navigate challenging, rugged paths. But in these beautiful valleys, death is always lying in ambush at every turn. The Markhor's most formidable and silent adversary is the elusive snow leopard, a creature that moves like a mere shadow, often referred to as the ghost of the mountains. For these relentless hunters, the Markhor is far more than just another catch. It represents their sole lifeline, their only hope for survival in this incredibly harsh and unforgiving climate. And for this very reason, the Markhor must remain constantly alert and vigilant every single moment of its existence. Indeed, this game of hide-and-seek between life and death has been going on for centuries. The moment the wind changes direction, the Markhor's acute sense of smell warns it of danger from miles away, raising its head at the slightest rustle, sniffing the air, and in the blink of an eye, disappearing onto vertical cliffs where a hunter's access is impossible. This is the natural skill that has preserved the species of this rare animal to this day. In the latter part of the previous century, human greed and unchecked, indiscriminate hunting had driven this majestic king of the wild to the absolute brink of extinction. The relentless demand for their valuable hides and rare majestic horns confined them within the very boundaries of their own homes. Those towering mountains, once alive and vibrant with their distinctive calls, became utterly silent, ruled solely by desolation and emptiness, and it truly seemed as if the magnificent Markhor would perhaps only ever remain a part of ancient books and forgotten tales of the past. But then, a new ray of consciousness, a profound understanding, suddenly emerged. The government of Pakistan, its institutions, and the local communities collectively made a truly momentous decision. Those very local hunters who had once been their mortal enemies now transformed into their staunchest and most dedicated guardians. The system of community-based trophy hunting has conclusively demonstrated that if we truly wish to preserve nature, then humanity must learn to coexist and align itself with it. And it is precisely this strategic approach that has successfully re-illuminated the once dimming fate of the Markhor. Today, the Markhor's return to these mountains is a vibrant example of nature's restoration. Where once only a few struggling animals were seen, now thousands of them are observed roaming with pride. International organizations have also acknowledged this remarkable success, and the Markhor's successful transition from the critically endangered list to a more secure category represents a golden chapter in the world of Pakistan's wildlife conservation. Calling the Markhor Pakistan's national animal is not merely a formal title, but it is truly the embodiment of the very spirit of this land. This teaches us that to ascend to the highest peaks, one must bravely confront the most arduous and challenging conditions. Its inherent pride, its remarkable resilience, and its unwavering ability to stand firm, chest out, through every difficult season and harsh weather, truly embody and reflect that distinct national temperament which, after enduring every single trial and tribulation, it emerges, becoming even stronger than it was before. As long as these towering sky-high mountains stand, and as long as cold winds continue to sweep through these deep valleys, the Markhor's reign will remain steadfast on these lofty peaks. This is not merely an animal that treads upon the stones, but rather a magnificent beauty of nature, whose protection and preservation is our collective responsibility. The saga of these indelible imprints, which began centuries ago, will continue to unfold with the same magnificence for generations to come. The majestic king of the mountains, the Markhor. This was the world, a realm that existed high above the clouds. The Markhor story teaches us that in the arduous battle for survival, victory is always claimed by unwavering courage. Idisiye. Asei da. Pasen if mysterious. Di bat ki hare puntu dapa ti batet. The magic of the Markhor in the hilly areas shows the beauty of nature and wildlife. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and share it with others.
Thanks for watching. Like, comments and share.